Our next speaker this afternoon, some call him not a typical candidate, some call him unconventional. He attended Baylor University and graduated from Duke Medical School. In 1993, Rand Paul, with his wife of 19 years, Kelly, moved to Bowling Green to begin his ophthalmology practice with his wife and 3 sons. In 1995, Rand Paul founded the Southern Kentucky Lions Eye Clinic. He's former president, served on that Lions Club International for 17 years. In 1993, Rand Paul founded Kentucky Taxpayers United, a nonpartisan citizens watchdog group to inform voters on key spending and taxation votes by their legislators. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Republican nominee for United States Senate, Rand Paul.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. The U.S. tax code is so large and so out of control, like the rest of Washington, that I couldn't carry it on stage. As you can see, the U.S. tax code takes 8 people to lift. The U.S. tax code is 16,000 pages long. If you stack it vertically, the U.S. tax code would be nearly 7 feet tall. It costs nearly $260 billion to comply with the tax code. That money is flushed down the toilet and wasted. Wasted on tedious and complex forms. A think tank recently asked 45 accountants to do a tax return for the average American family. You know how many answers they got? How many different answers? 45 different answers. It costs over 6 billion working hours to comply with the tax code. Washington is broken. Government needs reform from top to bottom. It's not just the tax code. The regulatory code is 79,000 pages long. If we had it here today, it would stretch nearly 30 feet tall. We've added 10,000 regulations in the last decade. To comply with these regulations costs us over $1 trillion. Whenever a new crisis arises, our politicians call for more regulations. I say stop and ask, are we obeying the regulations we already have? President Obama. President Obama thinks, like Jack does, that we can borrow our way out of this recession. It won't happen. President Obama believes that jobs are created by government. We believe that private individuals, business and women create jobs. Nancy Pelosi says we can read the 2,500 pages after they pass the bill. Obamacare is going to cost $1.2 trillion, but they tell us, oh, it's really not going to add anything to the debt. I don't believe it, and Kentuckians don't believe it. I say to Nancy Pelosi, come on down to Kentucky. Campaign with Jack. You can talk about cap and trade and Obamacare all you want. Good luck on that one, Jack. Now, everybody knows that Jack had to eliminate certain words from his Fancy Farm dictionary. You know, the 7 words that you can't say on television. In addition, there are 6 more words you won't hear Jack say. President Obama, Nancy Pelosi, Harry Reid. There are 3 more words you won't hear him say. Cap and trade. He was for it before he was against it. Who knows where he is at this point? Working Kentuckians will not vote for a man who's going to double their electric bill. With every new crisis, the left calls for more government. Listen to them chant, more government, more government, more government. We are operating a government that drifts from crisis to crisis. Rahm Emanuel says, let no crisis be wasted. Take every crisis and use it to expand government. This kind of thinking is destroying America. The bills are thousands of pages long. Is it too much to ask them to read the bills? I propose a waiting period. Let's have them wait 20 days for every page. That'll keep them busy for a while. I think America's greatest days lie ahead of her, but only if we, the citizenry, the beleaguered taxpayer, the working backbone of America, join together to take this great country back. To unleash the power, the brilliance, the exponential energy of capitalism, to show that once again, we can be that beacon of liberty that shines so brightly that all people and all nations wish to emulate this grand experiment of freedom. Thank you, Fancy Farm, and God bless America.